Well, hello there. What's up, everybody? This is Ben Claridad of AlongTheLines of.com, head coach of Midtown Barbell. Just checking out some footage from the meet that Jason and I traveled to this weekend. It was the annual Golden West Open held in Reading this year at the Wind River Casino. Big thanks to Reading Barbell Club for putting this on. It was a quality event. I really loved the venue, and actually we had some cash prizes this year, so that was pretty rad. And yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back next year. Actually, this time last year at the Golden West was the worst meet of my entire life. I had literally the worst meet I've ever had. It was terrible. I mean, I think I was still recovering from that back injury that year, and I was still relatively new to kind of balancing, coaching, and lifting. If you run a team, you kind of know what I'm talking about. I was coaching people in sessions all day and everything, and it just, by the time it came for me to actually lift, I just had nothing left in the tank. It was terrible. And I think I had just a complete and total failure. It was like the worst performance you could ever have. Anyway, we decided to go back this year. I just took me and Jason this time. Jason joined the team probably around, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, and he's made some progress since then. I did not teach Jason how to lift. He already knew how to lift. I know his coach is a great guy, really knows what he's doing. But Jason needed a place to train, so I mean, I like Jason. We knew each other from school, so he started training with me, and then I just fixed a few things. Widen his grip just a little bit, make that turnover a little bit easier on the snatch. Check this out.
Nice.
Makes that turnover a lot easier. Jason's a really tall guy, and his grip was, I want to say his middle finger was almost on the line in the knurling, so it was pretty narrow for him. So we decided to widen it out a little bit. One other thing that we did, and it's something that I'll do with lifters whose clean and jerks are pretty close to their front squat max, is I'll put them on a 6-week Russian front squat program. It's just called the Russian front squat program. I'm sure it has nothing to do with Russia. Sure, the Russians never did it or whatever, but it's just called that, and it works. For people who have very low front squats compared to their lifts, I put them on this program. It's just a 3-day-a-week front squat program. It's nothing crazy, and it works for people whose front squat is relatively close to the lifts. Alright, check this out. Here's me missing a 147 kilo snatch. That would have been a new competition PR. I recently snatched 150 in training, and that was pretty huge for me. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. One thing that I've done is I've changed up my start a lot in both of the lifts, but especially in the snatch. I'll be just a lot more set, a lot more careful to be in the correct position at the start, and hopefully everything else just kind of falls into place after that. So that's kind of how I look at it, and it's been working out pretty good so far. I've been a lot more consistent at the heavier percentages. So, all right. So here's Jason's opening attempt at 150. Check out this jerk. He puts it a little bit out front, and I talked to him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I blacked out after that clean a little bit." So you see him kind of, I don't know, he kind of struggles a little bit here, kind of setting up for that jerk, and he put it out front, but he managed to save it. And I was like, "Yeah, man, that jerk was out front." He goes, "Oh, well, I blacked out, coach." And I was like, "Well, make that clean a little bit easier, probably, make the jerk a little bit better." And he was like, "Oh, screw you, coach." I was like, "All right, well, whatever. Let's make that clean easier." But you'll see he makes these next two attempts look way better. Here's 160. This is a huge lift for Jason. He's been working at this for quite some time. I believe this is an all-time and a competition PR. So, big day for Jason. He went 6 for 6, 125, 160. So he'll be looking to do a little bit more at the American Open, which he just qualified for, I want to say 3 weeks ago. So, all right, here's me. This is 170. My clean jerks have been feeling pretty awesome lately, so I opened up a little bit heavier than I normally do. Jason let me know I was leaving it a little bit out front, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I guess I'll just keep on pulling it and just try to get underneath it." He was like, "All right, well, whatever. You're leaving it out front." I was like, "All right, well, here we go." But I knew I was good for 177, which is what I needed. Um, and I felt pretty light off the ground. I mean, I have a little bit of trouble racking it. I hate that I always miss cleans. Just coming underneath and I'll just won't rack it. And it's because I leave it out front, just like Jason said. But, it's something I'm working on. Here's 182. This would have been pretty big. Well, no lift. Anyway, good day for both of us. Got ourselves some PR totals. Won myself $100 and I qualified for the A session at the American Open.